distinguished colleagues in education, dear guests, dear friends, good afternoon. In recent days, Hong Kong has gone through an exceptional difficult time. The Yidan Prize Summit has received warm messages of concern from all over the world. As the summit is drawing to a close, please allow the organizing committee to once again convey our condolences for those who lost their lives in the fire and the firefighters who died in the line of duty, as well as our sympathy for the families of the victims and the people who were affected. This Yidan Prize Summit focused on education at a crossroads of co-creating paths forward for a brighter future. It's very timely and meaningful. We are at an era of turbulence. The world order is being reshaped. We are seeing the looming climate crisis and the regional conflicts. Technological waves are disrupting different industries. We are also seeing ubiquitous education resources. Peter Drucker once said, the greatest danger in the times of turbulence is not the turbulence itself, but to act with yesterday's logic. The fundamental mission and future direction of education are being urgently questioned by our times. As a practitioner dedicated to education, I have always believed that education must take roots in the essence of human civilization. Today, I will focus on reconstruction of education to share my practices and reflections. The first one is the original mission of education. We should re-examine its values through the lens of human flourishing. Not long ago, OECD proposed a new framework of education for human flourishing, which criticized the all-human capital model. I believe this represents a profound reconstruction of educational values. In my 2019 book, The Future School, Redefining Education, I also proposed some recommendations for restructuring the education system, which align with OECD's framework. I believe that education is not about cultivating replaceable skills. It is about shaping an irreplaceable person. In the age of AI, knowledge is no longer scarce and tools evolve rapidly. However, critical thinking, empathy, resilience, and the capacity for creative labor are becoming the cornerstone of humanity. We have seen the disruptive power of technology. And Frederick Engels' statement that labor created humanity itself points the way forward. Humans in the future will no longer be forced to work for survival, but the core value of labor as the source of creation and the foundation of growth will never change. AI is an effective and efficient tool for knowledge, but it cannot replace the emotional companionship and inspiration of teachers. It cannot replicate the resonance between human minds. It can't generate text. It cannot generate conscience. It can't process information, but education is about teaching students critical thinking and judgment, enabling technology to serve the development of individuals. Therefore, the root of the education is, first, literacy, which is the foundation for understanding the world. Reading allows one to converse with the sublime spirit of humanity. Writing solidifies thought into a force of growth, and expression is existence itself. Humanistic literacy is the compass for value judgment. The capacity of creative labor is the driving force for the continued progress of human civilization. Global awareness and ecological responsibilities are the underpinnings of future citizens. The purpose of education is not to mold children into people who conform to the times, but to cultivate responsible citizens capable of shaping the era, guarding the planet, and coexisting harmoniously with it. Secondly, educational responsibility. We transform honor into tangible educational force. In 2022, I received the Yidan Prize for Education Development for New Education Initiative.
3000万的
At the time, I immediately made the decision of donating HKD 30 million to my alma mater, Suzhou University, to establish the new teacher foundation and invest in teacher development through a sustainable perpetual fund operation model. That's because I firmly believe that every honor in education should be met with greater educational responsibility. I also believe that teachers are the cornerstones of education. Whoever stands before the classroom determines the quality of education and even the destiny of children. To date, the new Teacher Foundation has established an operational mechanism comprising 5 major projects: the NEI Education Reform Experimental Classroom, the Mingshi or Master Class, the Teacher Growth Program for Belt and Road Initiative partner countries, the Rural Revitalization Regional Teacher Competency Enhancement Project, and also the Teacher Online Reading Club. This explores a growth model for teachers from pre-service education to excellence and mastery. Furthermore, it aims to facilitate deep sharing of China's successful education experiences with international scholars and practitioners through global exchange, co-creating an international community for experience sharing and learning. We're delighted to see some preliminary achievements since the projects began. Our Mingshi class covers 28 provinces of the country, with 50% of participants coming from rural China. Among 121 participants, in less than 3 years, we already produced 2 named China's Most Beautiful Teacher, and dozens have received national level honors, forming a backbone of educators. The Rural Revitalization Project links schools in eastern China and western part of the country and trained 86,000 rural teachers. It has helped improve the overall competence of teachers in western rural areas, and the Gansu Jingling County is a case in point. Over the past 3 years, the BRI Initiative program has attracted 115 educators from 37 countries and regions for exchanges in China, jointly exploring global education challenges. Due to time constraints, I can't list all the achievements of these projects. As of October 2025, the new education initiative has reached 229 counties, over 10,000 schools, and involves more than 10 million teachers and students across China, with 62% located in rural China. These outcomes are the tangible growth of NEI's philosophy of living a happy and complete educational life across China. I firmly believe that innovation in education happens on the front line, and the new education initiative has infused frontline innovation with humanity and compassion. We are gratified that in 2024, China's Ministry of Education has listed NEI as a key national level project for promoting outstanding teaching achievements. This is not only a recognition for us, but also the era's call for grassroots education innovation. These histories will further convince us that the true power of education can anchor direction precisely at a turning point in history. Thirdly, education turning point of finding the future direction amidst profound change. As repeatedly emphasized at the summit, we are at unprecedented crossroads for education. Artificial intelligence breaks the monopoly of knowledge and liberates repetitive labor. Unlike previous educational technology, it's not merely a revolution of tools, but a tool for revolution. Education resources transcend the boundaries of space, time, and systems. The rationale, and uniqueness of schools, classes, and classroom face severe challenges. Teachers are transformed from the sole authority of knowledge into navigators in an ocean of information and companions in learning activities. To some extent, we can say that the fourth industrial revolution will achieve the negation of the first industrial revolution. All of this is pushing us to go from teaching-centered to learning-centered, from what to learn to why learn, from knowledge transmission to capacity building, from uniform modes to personalized growth, from mechanical learning to the stimulation of creativity and humanistic care. This is both driven by the technological revolution and an inevitable outcome of civilizational development. It's also a contemporary echo of Confucius' wisdom from over 2,500 years ago of teaching students in accordance with their aptitude and respecting the individual difference. Wang Yangming's educational original intent from over 550 years ago of extending innate knowledge is also part of what's happening. That is a powerful brain. The conscience of humanity, humanistic literacy, and the capacity for creative labor are the immortal heart of education. A person's reading history is the history of their spiritual development. The spiritual level of a nation depends on its level of reading. These have always been the perspectives and tenets of the new education initiative. AI can indeed be efficient knowledge retrieval tool, but it can never replace the spiritual nourishment and intellectual refinement that reading itself brings. Whether it is the immersive feeling of fingertips touching paper pages, the critical thinking sparked during interactive reading with AI, or the emotional resonance conveyed through audiobooks, the core value lies in guiding individuals to complete independent thinking, deep empathy, and free imagination. AI can amass information but can't replicate the soul-stirring experience of dialoguing with the sublime spirit during reading. It can organize logic but can hardly replace the thought process of exploring, questioning, and achieving enlightenment within the texture of words. In this era, more technology liberates us from repetitive labor, the more and we need even more profound thinking power bestowed by reading, drawing civilizational wisdom from classics, building cognitive frameworks through cross-disciplinary books, training critical thinking, and these abilities key to resist AI alienation and preserve human essence. Imagination, a unique essence that grows through reading, allows us to break the boundaries of algorithms, and this precisely is the core human competitiveness that AI can't replicate. Reading has never been a passive information reception, but active spiritual construction and creative labor. In the AI era, persistence in reading and cultivating deep thoughts is not resistance to technology, but wisdom in coexisting with technology. We have to fortify the spiritual foundation with reading and activate inner potential with thinking. Only by doing so could we maintain human agency and not allow AI to replace spiritual development. For over 2 decades, I have consistently offered suggestions, recommendations to the national authorities, from promoting scholarly campuses to envisaging a scholarly society. In 2025, the Chinese government officially promulgated the National Reading Activity Week and the National Reading Promotion Regulations. This is a strong response to public calls, but also it marks the official launch of a national initiative to lead educational reform and reshape the socio-cultural ecology through reading. This implementation is gradually confirming my belief, and that is China's teachers' education and research system must be supported with substantive educational policies. This could even influence the level of national cultural governance. In recent years, I've not only continued to advocate within the education field, but also through CPPCC, have brought my thinking to the national level. My wish is to make scholarly China not just a vision, but a tangible daily reality. We hope that books can be an everyday activity on campuses, in families, institutions, cities, and the countryside. That reading will truly be integrated into the spiritual bloodline of the Chinese people, becoming the most profound and enduring force for inheriting Chinese culture and nourishing the national soul. Now, I'd like to talk about the 3 proposals for co-create the future path. We have 3 proposals to make. First, uphold the essence of education, reshape human value. We have to root the activities in literacy and humanistic literacy, cultivate critical thinking, collaborative spirit, resilience, and the capacity for creative labor so that our students will be molded into planetary citizens for the world. Second, promote the sharing of wisdom and build an open ecosystem. We have to facilitate the flow of educational resources from urban to rural areas across the nation and co-create future learning centers. We have to make a happy and complete education alive a common pursuit. Strengthen global collaboration and make Hong Kong into a super connector of educational innovation. We're connecting with the Hong Kong innovative forces to participate in mainland projects. And we can work together to leverage global resources and build a virtual future learning center community. We also look forward to Yidam Prize Foundation becoming a think tank for ideas and a hub for sharing practices for global educational innovation, contributing to educational equality. The future of education can't be accomplished by any single organization or country. It requires collaboration of all parties. Fifth, we have to set sail with the original intent of education and anchor at the shore of the future. Dear friends, the journey of education has no end. It only continues. It's an era, we are now in an era full of challenges, but also one full of hope. For 25 years, New Education Initiative has adhered to its mission of enabling teachers and students to live a happy and complete educational life. All the honors represent a weighty mission. We have to guard the original purpose of education in a constantly changing era and pave the way for the future. Here, I sincerely invite all the members of the Yidam Prize Council of luminaries and experts from China to visit China, observe, and our friends abroad, of course, to visit China to observe our educational practices, engage in deep exchanges with our future teachers, and also give them your valuable feedback. Let us jointly cultivate a new generation. From them, one can see that wealth is earned with sweat, science is infused with humanity, and pleasure is bound by morality. They have a global vision, yet remain down to earth. They are proficient in technology, yet rich in humanistic spirit. They dare to challenge, yet hold reverence in their hearts. They find joy in creation and keep pride in labor. And they continue to write a brilliant chapter for human civilization in the AI. May we illuminate the common path of humanity's future with the light of education. Thank you.